Alright everyone, we are back. So I got an epic mail call from Hasbro Pulse. I pre-ordered the Book of Boba Fett's Throne Room. Now, I was a little apprehensive of spending $230 on a set, but seeing this now, I mean, the box is huge, and it's actually pretty heavy, so it seems to be a little bit more justified. So let's crack it open and see what we got. Alright, this thing is wild. So I measured the box out, it's like 21.5 inches long, and it comes with a lot of stuff, and my poor little turntable, it's having a hard time spinning it all the way around because it's just so heavy. So it comes with Bib Fortuna in this very, like, obese, gluttony, like, type of look. And a bunch of other accessories. Boba Fett and Fennec are not included, but you can see here on the side all the different stuff that it does come with, and it looks like a lot of accessories, and that's pretty much what sold me on it. Was not only the entire throne room, but all the little trinkets and things that it does come with. I do appreciate when brands are able to put the actual figures in the box art illustrations and not just like 3D renders, mock-ups like that. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually a pretty awesome presentation. It comes with 3 individual boxes with all the contents inside of it. We also have some instructions that basically shows you everything that it comes with and how to set it up. Oh, wow. Okay, this is pretty intense, but exciting nonetheless. So I'm going to probably put the big pieces together real quick, and then slowly unbox and unwrap everything else, and then piece it all together. Alright, well, this thing is intense. The sculpting is so cool on this thing. It looks really awesome. It does probably need a little bit of black wash or weathering to really dirty it up. But overall, I'm really happy with this. It was pretty easy to set up, as you can see. And this is just honestly a great canvas. And it's going to display so well. I got to figure out how to move some stuff and create more room for this because it is pretty big. I do like how the stage or the platform is removable. It does have wheels on the bottom of it, which is pretty cool. It does come with like some skinned animals or some rugs that you can place on the top of this. The details to these heads are so good, and just the overall weathering to this platform is amazing. Even like this tarnished stained look that comes off is an awesome touch. Here, I'll give you a good close-up of the inside. This entire piece is like a lighter type of plastic. It's kind of hollow throughout, so it doesn't make it too heavy, even though it is a pretty heavy piece overall. This back wall looks great. I do like the pitting and the distress that they have throughout this entire wall. You can see there's some vents on both sides, and we even have some metal slots and venting on the top. And of course, we can't forget this back wall area that's all concaved in, some tubes and piping throughout, and we can place a bunch of items back there. I guess before we really get started, I should show you Bib Fortuna. Now, I'm conflicted with these sets. If I get a good card, which this one is, and there's no obvious blemishes or dents to it, I like to keep them sealed. Like, for example, my Antok Merit card, I still have that one sealed even though I opened the entire X-Wing. But I don't know, I may change my mind the later I get into this review. Right now, I think I'm going to keep it sealed. But here is a good close-up of him anyways. I think his face sculpt looks awesome. That face print technology looks really good. He just looks so grotesque. He's got some soft goods, which is awesome. And he has his like little cane because obviously he probably can't walk very well. And another reason why I like to keep them sealed is because I do really appreciate the arts. And this just definitely looks old school. And one big, very important piece is the throne itself. We have some Rancor heads there. The entire thing is made out of plastic, and it is pretty hollow for the most part, so it's pretty light. See, there's some cracks throughout the entire body, giving it some weathering, even some more cracking here. And this is great. I mean, I'm very, very excited about this. Actually, before we go any further, let's do some measurements so I can give you all an idea how big this thing really is. So from width, we are looking at about just under 20 inches. And from front to back, I would say about 11 inches, maybe a little bit more because that platform's sticking out. And height is going to bring us in at, looks like, exactly at 10 inches. So it does come with little baggies, and they all have letters on them. So the instructions tell us to go in alphabetical order. So we'll do that. We'll just go down the row and start filling this thing up. So it looks like we'll be filling this by segments. So letter A and B will fill us the back wall, and then we'll basically move up a section through C and D, and then just keep going on from there. Here's everything within A and B. Watch out for these little glasses. They're clear and you can probably lose them really easily. I like the idea of this so far. It's kind of in the realm of like you're setting up a Lego set, you know, with all the pieces and trying to put them in there. Here we go. So we're going to start with like this turtle shell looking thing. This is like a display piece. We're going to put it on this little notch back there. And we have our two tusks. There's actually an indent here, so you know exactly which way to place it in there, and the instructions show you anyways. Next is our drinkware. So this entire thing is a shelf, and I'm gonna just place everything on how the instructions show me, but honestly, you can place it all on how your heart desires. It doesn't really matter. But for the sake of setting this up for y'all, I'm gonna show you exactly how it's set up in the instructions. And this must be where all the top shelf good drinks are. So it does seem like that part of the wall is complete, so we'll move forward just a little bit. This area seems to be like kind of like the pouring station in a sense. So there's like a lot of stands that hold these beverages, like decanters, some bottles, glasses. And on the top of this one, there's two indents for these glasses right here. Make sure you check all the little baggies because I thought I lost one of them and it was still stuck inside one of the bags. I do got to show you a close-up of these little bottles here. I like the way they sculpted them. Looks really cool. They're clear overall, and then they kind of like tinted this to make it look like there was something inside of them. Here we'll just finish up this right hand side or stage left. More like little tables, and we'll put these bottles here. But honestly, you can put these bottles anywhere you want. The little area that I almost lost are these little glasses right there. I'll put one like kind of sideways like it's been tipped over. There you have it. A and B is complete. I really like all these little accessories and how it ties everything in together, especially these little bottles and glasses. I think that's a really nice touch. The next segment, which is my favorite so far, is going to be like the barbecue pit cooking area. So we have like a prime rib roast here. You can see like the ribs sticking out. We have some vases, some more stands, some glassware, broken bottles, a serving tray, and like a few pots. A really cool sculpted fire. I mean, that's really neat. But by far the coolest piece is going to be this rotating barbecue here. And you know what? I gotta say, this has gotta be Salacious Crumb right there. I mean, after years and years of just hearing that laugh, you gotta get fed up with it. And Bib probably just snapped and put him on the queue. So not only is this working, and it can spin it all the way around, but you can swap the meat. So you can lift this piece up here, pull it from this widest part. It'll come right off. You can take off Salacious Crumb, put on this rib roast here, and you have your next meal. I mean, I really love this piece. It's so cool. It's very unique. We have nothing like it. I definitely don't have anything like it from any of my other figures. So I'm really happy that they were able to tool this and include it. Let alone having poor little Salacious Crumb here, cooked at medium rare, preferably. But because I think this is absolutely hilarious, I'm going to put a Salacious back on there because I just love everything about that. So we'll start with our centerpiece. We'll put the barbecue up there first. And of course, we got to add some fire. Beside that, we'll put like this little vase and this little stand. Got some pots over here to fill. Put the broken glass. This little square piece is like a serving tray, so there's indents for these like goblets or chalices, and those will fit right there in that little groove. And that's how that will look all set up, and we'll place that right here on top of the queue. Alright, so the barbecue is completely set up, but I'm not sure if I entirely like this here. Just because, you know, you got the fire going, and that's heating up your glass and your drinks, and nobody likes that. Nobody likes warm drinks. So I might eventually just put it on like this little pillar right here. Our next area forward is going to be here on the top of this platform or stage with the skinned animal rugs. Now these are cool. This is an awesome little addition to have. I mean, they look like skinned hides. I'm not sure what animal this is in the Star Wars universe. Maybe they're Ewoks. I don't know. But regardless, this is a sweet piece to add. I mean, these are cool like little area rugs, even if you want to use it for something else. Alright, so I'm just going to place them exactly how they are pictured on the instructions. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if these were like prized Ewok, you know, hides or something like that. Because, I mean, if you live on Tatooine, you know, you want some of that exotic Endor game, you know? Now, that looks great. It's so crazy how, like, little small touches and details like that really bring this in together. Our last area with accessories is a doozy. There is a lot, and it looks like we're going to be filling this entire platform. These two bags have more of like where that food was presented. We have some serving trays, some dishes here, a jug of blue stuff, looks like some fresh fruit. We have our poor little protocol droid head, some more cups, serving tray there, and this almost looks like one of those little tortilla things that you open up and there's like fresh tortillas in there. And then we have some like area rugs. So I'm just going to start from the back and work my way upwards. So we'll put the area rugs down here. I guess laying those down will help you center the entire piece. So we'll put like a little goblet there. And our jug of blue stuff. Next is like a serving tray for some chips and guac. We'll put that right about there. We have a plate of leftovers, maybe some dip, some beans or something. Put that right next to the chips and guac. And someone's purse, some coinage. It could even be an offering, but I mean, who's really offering some stuff to Bib? My right stage left, we have our tortilla container. So we definitely have some south of the border going on over here. At least that's how I'm envisioning it. We got like a jug of good stuff. Little bundle or basket of like radishes or something, fruit, whatever. And then a huge serving tray with a lot of little indents on it. And here's how it looks all set up. I love that they put a protocol droid, especially in Return of the Jedi when Salacious is ripping out C-3PO's eye. So that's a great nod to that episode. We did it! I finished the entire throne room set, and this was a fun build. Look at me talk about it like it's a Lego set. But it really was. I mean, putting all these pieces together, I mean, that was a lot of fun. And it really kind of immersed myself in this entire set. And that was basically my favorite part about it. Not just the entire throne room, but all the little trinkets and accessories, vases, dishes, cups, and all that, which really brought it together. Now that just leaves us with the question, do I open this Bib card or not? After a day and a half of me filming this, working, talking with some of my friends, I'm going to keep him sealed because his card is just so good. And to be honest, when this is displayed in my collection, I'm not going to put him on the throne. I'm going to put Boba Fett and Fennec there. And Hasbro has just announced that they have a Jabba the Hutt exclusive with the little platform, Salacious, some rugs, and a bunch of other stuff. So I'll probably interchange and swap that out between Boba and Jabba. And I mean, they just look a lot better than Bib, to be honest with you. And again, if this card was like dented or it just looked bad, then I would open it no problem. But it's actually a pretty clean card. And the collecting version of me wants to keep it sealed. So of course, you know, I gotta show you what it looks like with Boba and Fennec there, and they just look so good together on this. And that's why I have no problem keeping Bib sealed, because I'm gonna display it like this pretty much anyways. One of the beauties of this thing is that there's plenty more space for other figures, so I decided to put some Cantina band members having a breakdown. Let's throw a few Gam guards in there, and then we have an off-world Jawa presenting Boba with an egg, and we have Bo-Katan back there. So realistically, there is so much space to put extra figures, and that is such a big bonus about this. You can also feng shui everything around how you want it to be, and add even more space or take stuff away, and make it a little bit more bare if you wanted to. Alright friends, my final thoughts on Boba Fett's Throne Room. It is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, still in stock on their website. The price is $230, which is about the max I'd want to pay for something like this. So before opening this, I was a little reserved on the price. But now after opening it, I think it's totally justified, and I think you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with it. There's some awesome nods to the original trilogy, which really add that nostalgic factor, no pun intended. And with having all 50 accessories, they're customizable. You can put them anywhere you want. There's a lot of surface area to this throne room, which I think that's what really makes it for me, is having all those accessories and then all that surface area. And you can really customize it how you want it to be. And you still have a lot of space for extra figures, which is so important. Because at the end of the day, this is technically a playset. And without having all of that, it would not be worth it in my opinion. My favorite accessories, which also surprised me, was the barbecue pit with Salacious Crumb on it, the protocol droid head, and like those little skinned area rugs. And I love those because it's like, when are you ever gonna get those types of pieces again? I love the creativity and the thought that went into this. And if you're a Star Wars fan, regardless of the Book of Boba Fett, I think you're really gonna like it in your collection. But that's it everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you. If you were on the fence about it, I hope I was able to shed some light. Be sure to connect with me on Instagram to stay up to date when new things drop. I also post toy photography and toy videos. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of it, be sure to like and subscribe. It is free, and we will see y'all in the next video.